welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Mike. I am a full-time used book seller. So I go around to thrift stores. I basically treasure hunt, comb the beaches with your little metal detector. And I find profitable books, CDs, and DVDs, and I send them into Amazon, and I get paid every 2 weeks. It's as simple as that. So today's video is basically another one of our, basically ride-alongs, but we only got one stop today. But kind of wanted to do something a little different, so I'm going to answer a question that I've seen brought up a few different times through emails or comments across the YouTube world, and that is, how many times should you go, or how frequently should you go to the same thrift store? Now, there is no clear-cut answer to this, unfortunately. Different thrift stores basically turn over their inventory in varying times. Some thrift stores, you can go there every 2 weeks and have shelves of new inventory. Other thrift stores, it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks before you can go to the same thrift store. So it's important that you have a lot of sources in your area. And if you don't, then you have to be thinking outside the box with Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Nextdoor app. So it's kind of, you got to have a good mixture of everything. Now for me, I have thrift stores I can go to every 2 weeks. And then I have some I only go to every 2 months. So, and it could change over time. So for example, I used to have this Salvation Army I could go to basically every 2 weeks. And there would always be new inventory because it's dated. So you know that, hey, you see how much they're putting out and on what dates. Now recently, this Salvation Army has not been putting out as much new inventory. So it's kind of like you gotta have a little slider. You gotta slide it back and forth. And when starting out, it's super important to basically keep track of your sources and what they're producing. Now, I'm not saying keep a whole spreadsheet of every single book you're finding, but some thrift stores are just better than others. That's the way it works. And you have to kind of get in a groove. I wouldn't say, hey, every 2 weeks you can go to every thrift store. That's not gonna work. Not all thrift stores operate the same way. Usually the smaller ones take about a month or so to really turn their inventory. So for example, I'm outside this little thrift store here, Mount Joy. I don't think I've ever brought you guys here before, but I come here once a month. So if you don't want to keep track of where you're going, how often, you could even, for example, I'm in a rental car, so I don't have my little flip out pocket calendar where I can write exactly where I went. But all you have to do is log into your QuickBooks, and you can just search Mount Joy Thrift Store, and it's going to pop up the exact date you were here last time, how much you spent. So it's a good thing to get into a habit of keeping track of your sources, how often you're going there, and how much they're producing for you. So let me shut up. Let me get in here, make some money, hopefully, scan some books, some CDs, some DVDs. I did really good last time I was here. I got a bunch of good DVD sets, so fingers crossed we can do the same. They close pretty soon, but I'm always excited to give these little thrift stores my money compared to like Salvation Armies and Goodwill. So let's get to work. we are back home from Mount Joy thrift shop. You've seen the layout in there is real weird, but it's real nice in there, and we got lucky. The books were half off, and I didn't even know. So all the books wound up being 50% off. So that was super. I'm going to make it a point to use super in every one of my wrap-ups. Deb's shaking her head. Don't do it. Don't do it. So we got the most profitable items as always. A quick breakdown. We spent $55. Book profits were at 140. DVD profits were at 197. So after our spend cost of $55, our total profit is $282 for that little thrift store, in and out of there under an hour. We did super. So let's get in. Well, first I got a fun one to show you. So this book is profitable, but it's only $4. So who in their right mind uses this many darn page keeping book tabs? This is going to be the most prep I'm going to do all year is on this book, going through and taking off. There's probably, how many do you think? There's probably like 40 or 50 of these things on here. 40 or 50. I mean, they're not even all different colors, so how are you even supposed to know what they mean? But it's profitable, so I'm going to have to sit there and spend like 6 hours peeling all these off. It'll still be worth the time, though. Anyways, enough of that nonsense. Let's get to the big money-making millionaire stuff. We have Hillsong Kids Jr., Crazy Noise, Worship for Little Ones. $36 profit. Look at these creepy characters on the back. This stuff from nightmares. That looks like me when I was a kid, my backward ball cap, you know, my baggy jeans and my Adidas sneaks. All right, so the best DVD find was Too Close for Comfort, the complete first season. $58 profit for this thing. I don't understand why. I've never even heard of this show. Starring Ted Knight. I never heard of Ted Knight either. But hey, you see the merchant fulfilled prices are right there as well. Only 7 E-score, but I mean, it'll sell. I'm not worried about it. So those were the best 2 DVDs and now books. We didn't find no CDs. I scanned all the CDs in there and not a single one was profitable. So first up we have A Faith to Grow On Bible. Always scan these types of Bibles, especially the kids ones, the devotional Bibles. They usually seem to be pretty good. $35 profit, 23 E-score, and we paid $1 for it because it was half off, so that's always good. And then the last one we got was Schizophrenia, Straight Talk for Family and Friends. So any kind of self-help books, make sure you're scanning those. This one was worth $22 with an E-score of 9, so not too bad overall from one store. I appreciate you all watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more used book videos. Bye-bye.